Assalamu alaikum 10th class. I hope all of you are fine and must have prepared the questions by this time. Students often get confused how they should prepare their answers of questions. Sometimes they cannot decide from which book they should learn. So listen, you must prepare your answers from where you find them to be easy. But take care that your answers must be relevant and to the point. The best way is to try to use to textual lines and words in your answers. So, don't get confused and prepare your lessons daily. Now, let's come towards today's lecture. Today's lecture is about the grammar segment of the exercise. Position of adverbs. Now let me know what are adverbs. An adverb is basically a modifier. It modifies a verb. It modifies an adjective. It also modifies another adverb. For example, if I do say, she weeps. She is the subject. Weeps is the verb. But if I do say, she weeps silently, or she weeps loudly, or she weeps bitterly, or she weeps secretly. Now all the words, silently, loudly, bitterly, secretly, all these words are adding to the meaning of verb weep. They are modifying the meaning of the verb weep. So weep is a verb and silently, loudly, bitterly, secretly, all these are adverbs. There are many kinds of adverb. They can be of manner. They can be of place. Adverbs can be of time. Adverbs can be of frequency. Adverbs can be of degree. Adverbs of manner tell us how an action is done. Adverbs of place tell us where the action is done. Adverbs of time tell us when an action is done. Adverbs of frequency tell us how often an action is done. Adverbs of degree tell us about the intensity of an action. So it was a general view of adverbs, introduction and their kind. Now let us come towards our exercise. Here we are given the question. Place adverbs at appropriate places. Adverbs can come before the main verb. Adverbs can occur after the main verb. Adverbs can be put at the start of the sentence. Adverbs can be put at the end of the sentence. So here we have to find out the appropriate place of adverbs. Now listen. The first sentence here is, I am happy when it is my birthday. And the adverb here given is always. I am happy when it is my birthday. The proper place of adverb here is I am always happy. I am always happy when it is my birthday. The next is, my brother gets up at 6 o'clock from Monday to Friday as he goes jogging. Here the adverb is often, and the proper place of often in the sentence is, listen again, my brother gets up at 6 o'clock from Monday to Friday as he often. Here often as he often goes to jogging. The third is he went to the market last night. Here adverb is last night, and the appropriate place of this adverb is at the end of sentence. Now listen again. He went to the market last night. The next is, have you been to Hunza Valley ever? Have you been to Hunza Valley ever? Two helping verbs. Two helping verbs. Whenever two helping verbs are used, we place adverbs between them. Now listen. Have you ever been? Have you ever been to Hunza Valley? The birds were chirping beautifully. Beautifully. The birds were chirping beautifully. Beautifully would be put after chirping, after verb chirping. The next is, I am waiting for Khalid to arrive. I have been waiting for over 20 minutes. I am waiting for Khalid to arrive. I have been waiting for over 20 minutes. Now, listen. I am still waiting for Khalid to arrive. I have been waiting for over 20 minutes. So, still would be put here. I am still waiting. The next is, he saw a blind beggar in the market. So, read it as, he saw a blind beggar in the market. In the market would be put at the end of the sentence. Now, again have a look at the adverbs, please. In the first sentence, always is an adverb of time. Adverb of time. In sentence number 2, the adverb often is an adverb of frequency. Next, in the third sentence, last night is an adverb of time. Adverb of time. The next is, have you ever been to Hunza Valley? This is an adverb of frequency. Frequency. The birds were chirping beautifully. Beautifully is an adverb of manner. Adverb of manner. I am still waiting for Khalid to arrive. Here, still is an adverb of time. Adverb of time. The next is, he saw a blind beggar in the market. In the market is an adverb of place. Adverb of place. So, I am always happy. As he often goes. He went to market last night. Have you ever been to Hunza Valley? The birds were chirping beautifully. I am still waiting for Khalid to arrive. He saw a beggar in the market. Let us move ahead. The next segment is the introduction of adverb phrase. In the very first unit, we had read about noun phrase. Then in unit number 3, we had read about adjective phrase. Today we are given the introduction of adverb phrase. Now listen, what is an adverb phrase? An adverb phrase is a group of words. ये अल्फाज का वो मजमुआ होता है that functions like an adverb, जिसका काम adverb का ही होता है. Now listen. If modifier is of one word, modifier is of one word, it is an adverb. If more than one words are modifying the sentence. If more than one words are modifying the sentence, they are called adverb phrase. Adverb phrase. How? Now listen. He works carefully. Carefully. How does he work? He works carefully. Carefully is modifying the meaning of work. So carefully is an adverb, and it is an adverb of manner. One word adverb. The next. They rested at sunset. They rested at sunset. When did they rest? When did they rest? They rested at sunset. The time is of sunset. Now, here, this part of the sentence is consisted of two words. Two words. And it is modifying the time of their rest. The time of their rest. So, it is an adverbial phrase of time. Adverb phrase that is related to time. Now, the exercise here is B exercise. Find a suitable adverb to replace each adverb phrase in the following sentences. Now, what we have to do? We are given in each sentence adverb phrase. We have to replace those adverb phrases by the use of adverb. We are given adverb phrases and we have to replace them by an adverb, by single word. Now listen. In the very first sentence, our teacher wanted that work to be done without delay. Two words, adverb phrase. I have to replace it with one word, and one word should be adverb also. So our teacher wanted, हमारे टीचर ये चाहती थी that the work should be done without delay, कि काम होना चाहिए बगैर देर किए. बगैर देर किए इसका मतलब ये है कि काम होना चाहिए फौरी तौर पे, फौरन. So our teacher wanted that the work to be done immediately. Fauran, immediately. Here immediately is an adverb and it is replacing without delay. Without delay is an adverb phrase. The next is she is without doubt the most caring person I have met. Without doubt, बगैर किसी शक की बात के. Without doubt, बगैर किसी शक की बात के. एडवर्ब फ्रेज. एडवर्ब फ्रेज. अब इसकी जगह हम क्या करेंगे? बेशक. उन्होंने कहा बगैर किसी शक्को शोबे के, हम करेंगे बेशक. बेशक. नाउ लिसन. शी इज़ विदाउट डाउट. She is without doubt the most caring person I have met. Now we shall put undoubtedly here instead of without doubt. She is undoubtedly the most caring person I have ever met. Let's move ahead. The next is this plant flowers once every year. Now the time. The time of flowers blooming here once every year. हर साल एक दफ़ा. हर साल एक बार. हर साल एक बार. Adverb phrase. One word replacement इसकी चाहिए. हम put करेंगे this plant flowers. ये प्लांट जो है ये फूल देता है, फूल निकालता है. वंस एवरी ईयर, साल में एक बार. वी शैल पुट हियर एनुअली. दिस प्लांट फ्लावर्स एनुअली. एनुअली का वर्ड है एनुअल से. एनुअली के स्पेलिंग होंगे ANNUALLY. एनुअली. द नेक्स्ट इज यू शुड complete the work in a while. In a while. इन आ वाइल, थोड़ी ही देर में तुम्हें काम ख़त्म कर लेना चाहिए. In a while. Adverb phrase, we have to replace it with one word adverb. So you should complete the work shortly. 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 Next is, the two friends met each other by accident. दोनों दोस्त आपस में मिले by accident, हादसाती तौर पे. एडवर्ब फ्रेज, मूव, इसको रिमूव करके हम करेंगे एडवर्ब करेंगे. अब इसको वन वर्ड बनाने के लिए हम यूज़ करेंगे एक्सीडेंटली. ly का इजाफा आ जाएगा और पीछे से बाय रिमूव हो जाएगा. द टू ओल्ड फ्रेंड्स मेट ईच अदर एक्सीडेंटली. ओके, till this part of the exercise we had read adverb, kinds of adverb, proper position of adverbs in a sentence, and the substitution of adverb phrase into single word adverb. The next question here is that of gerund and infinitives. I've already given you the introduction of gerunds in the lesson unit number 2, Chinese New Year. There we had read certain examples of gerunds, for example cleaning the house, buying flowers, giving gifts, etc. And I had told you at that time that gerunds are made by the addition of ing to the first form of verb, and they work as noun. Listen again. If we add ing to the first form of verb and it functions as a noun, it is called gerund. And if we put to before the first form of verb, it is called infinitive. Like to go, to read, to sit, to speak, to teach. And we have also many examples of gerund in the lesson first aid, like bleeding, bleed, खून का बहना. Second form bled, third form bled. Now bleeding, bleed plus ing, it means खून का बहाव, खून का बहाव. That is an example of gerund here. Now what we are asked to do here, these verbs can take gerunds after them, these verbs can take infinitives after them. Now let us have a look at them. Salman enjoys playing tennis. सलमान को टेनिस खेलना पसंद है, उसके खेल को पसंद है. आई होप टू लर्न gerunds. Mariam finished doing her homework. I expect to improve my English. Jamila has quit smoking. Sarah plans to attend college. Pasha always puts off cleaning his room. Mehak is intending to go. We postponed having the picnic. He meant to say dear, not dear. Okay, the exercise about it. This is the real thing, the exercise. Complete the following sentences with infinitive or gerund, whichever is appropriate. Now, we have to put either infinitive or gerund to fill the blanks. What is suited there? Infinitive would be made with the addition of to before first form. Gerund would be made with the addition of ing to the first form. Now listen. We felt the plane dash in the storm. We felt the plane, हमें यूँ लगा the plane कि जहाज़ जो है in the storm आंधी में shake. अब इसका क्या सेंस बनेगी? हमें आंधी में जहाज़ हिचकोले खाता महसूस हुआ. हिचकोले, हिचकोले is a noun, and how can we make this verb into noun? by the addition of ing, shaking, and then it would be called gerund. We felt the plane shaking in the storm. The next is I always disliked dash. स्मोक का मतलब सिगरेट पीना, इसके साथ ing लगाएं, स्मोकिंग, तो ये बन गया सिगरेट नोशी. स्मोक इज़ अ वर्ब, स्मोकिंग इज़ अ जेरिंड. I have disliked smoking. The next is where did you learn dash speak French? तुमने फ्रेंच बोलना कहाँ से सीखा? बोलना, करना, खाना, पीना. यूज़ ऑफ इन्फिनेटिव. सो where did you learn to speak French? To speak French. तुमने फ्रेंच बोलना कहाँ से सीखा? इन्फिनेटिव. इज़ द एग्ज़िबिशन वर्थ डैश? क्या एग्ज़िबिशन, क्या नुमाइश जो है वो काबिल जायज़ा है? काबिल जायज़ा. वी शैल पुट जेरिंड हियर. इज़ द एग्ज़िबिशन वर्थ विजिटिंग? द यूज़ ऑफ जेरिंड हियर. द नेक्स्ट इज़ आई डोंट माइंड डैश अर्ली. आई डोंट माइंड, मुझे बुरा नहीं लगता, डैश अर्ली, जल्दी बेदार होना. मुझे जल्दी बेदारी जो है वो बुरी नहीं लगती. सो द यूज़ ऑफ जेरिंड हियर, आई डोंट माइंड गेटिंग अप अर्ली. वी हैड लव डैश कम विद यू. वी हैड लव, हमें अच्छा लगता, डैश कम विद यू, तुम्हारे साथ आना. हमें अच्छा लगता तुम्हारे साथ आना. यूज़ ऑफ इन्फिनेटिव. टू कम विद यू, हमें तुम्हारे साथ आना अच्छा लगता. द नेक्स्ट इज़ शी सीम्स डैश नो दिस प्लेस. यूँ लगता है जैसे वो इस जगह को जानती हो. जानना. यूज़ ऑफ इन्फिनेटिव. टू नो. Now listen again. We felt the plane shaking. I had always disliked smoking. Where did you learn to speak French? To speak French. Is the exhibition worth visiting? I don't mind getting up early. We would love to come with you. She seems to know this place. That's it. The next segment is D. Identify gerund and infinitive in the following sentences. Now these sentences are taken from the lesson unit number 4. We have to sort out the gerund and infinitive from these sentences. Now look at these sentences. Minor cuts and scrapes usually stop bleeding on their own. माइनर कट्स और स्क्रैप्स होते हैं, आम तौर पे खुद ब खुद खून का बहाव रुक जाता है. खून का बहाव. ब्लीड प्लस ing. खून बहना, ब्लीड, बहाव, ब्लीडिंग. डैट इज़ जेरिंड. टू क्लीन द एरिया अराउंड द वाउंड यूज सोप एंड अ वाश क्लॉथ. ज़ख़म के इर्द गिर्द साफ़ करना. ज़ख़म के इर्द गिर्द सफाई करना. यूज़ ऑफ इन्फिनेटिव. टू क्लीन. यूज़ ऑफ इन्फिनेटिव. द नेक्स्ट इज़ डोंट कीप चेकिंग टू सी. डोंट कीप चेकिंग टू सी इफ़ द ब्लीडिंग हैज़ स्टॉप्ड. चेकिंग, ख्याल रखना, निगरानी करना. डोंट कीप चेकिंग, निगरानी करना. टू सी, ये देखने के लिए. नाउ निगरानी करना, निगरानी, चेकिंग, जेरिंड. द यूज़ ऑफ जेरिंड हियर. टू सी, ये देखने के लिए. ये देखने के लिए निगरानी ना की जाए कि खून का बहाव रुका है या नहीं. सो जेरिंड, इन्फिनेटिव, अगेन जेरिंड. Checking is a gerund. To see is an infinitive. Bleeding is also gerund. The next is Sentence number 4. So try to keep it out of actual wound. To keep it. Rakhna. To keep. Rakhna. Use of infinitive. The next is if a rash appears, stop using. यूज़ होता है इस्तेमाल करना. यूजिंग होता है इस्तेमाल. यूज़ इज़ अ वर्ब. यूजिंग इज़ अ जेरेंड. स्टॉप यूजिंग द ऑइंटमेंट. तो ऑइंटमेंट का इस्तेमाल तर्क कर दें. यूज़ ऑफ जेरेंड हियर. If dirt or debris remains in the wound after washing, use tweezers cleaned with alcohol to remove the particles. If dirt or debris remains in the wound, अगर ज़ख़म में आपकी गंदगी या कचरा वगैरह रहता है आफ्टर वॉशिंग, धुलाई के बाद. वॉश धोना, वॉशिंग धुलाई. वॉश इज़ अ वर्ब, वॉशिंग इज़ अ जेरेंड. वर्ब फर्स्ट फॉर्म प्लस ing, वॉशिंग इज़ अ जेरेंड. यूज ट्वीज़र्स, तो क्या करें? वॉशिंग इज़ अ जेरेंड. यूज ट्वीज़र्स क्लीन्ड विद अल्कोहल टू रिमूव. हटाना. हटाना द पार्टिकल्स, ज़र्रात को. तो ज़र्रात को हटाने या निकालने के लिए ट्वीज़र्स का इस्तेमाल करें. हटाना. टू रिमूव इज़ एन इन्फिनिटिव. हियर the question is completed here. The next what we have to do is change the following sentences into passive voice. Subject in the passive sentences may be skipped. Now we have to do two things. The first thing is to change the sentences into passive voices. The second is we should skip the subject in passive sentences. For example, you must put out all smoking materials. Now listen, you is the subject, must helping verb, put out verb, smoking materials object. Its passive would be made with the addition of be, must be. Now listen, start with the object. Object plus helping verb plus verb plus by plus subject. लेकिन हमें कहा गया है कि हमने सब्जेक्ट को रिमूव कर देना है. Now listen, all smoking materials must be put out. All smoking materials must be put out. The next is you must fasten the seat belt. You subject, must modal verb, fasten verb, seat belt object. The passive voice would be started with the object at the start of the sentence. The seat belt must be fastened. The seat belt must be fastened. The next is they will demonstrate safety precautions. They subject, will helping verb, demonstrate verb, safety precautions object. Now its passive would be safety precautions will be. Safety precautions will be demonstrated. Will be demonstrated and the subject would be skipped from here. सब्जेक्ट ख़त्म कर देना है, हमें क्वेश्चन में कहा गया है. The next is you should read the safety instructions. You subject, should modal verb, read verb, safety instructions object. Now listen, it specifies the safety instructions should be read. The safety instructions should be read. The next is you can store small packages in the overhead compartment. You subject, store verb, small packages object in the overhead compartment, adverb of place. Adverb of place. Now, the subject would be skipped. We shall start with the object. Small packages can be stored in the overhead compartment. Now listen again. Small packages can be stored in the overhead compartment. That's it. In today's lecture, we had read about adverbs, their position, and about gerund and infinitive, the difference between gerund and infinitive, the examples taken from text about gerund and infinitive. Then at last we had read how can we make passive voices from active voices by skipping some subjects. Okay, revise your lesson, revise the exercise till tomorrow. Tomorrow we shall do the B paper, any lesson, any essay from PTB, and 2 further paragraphs, Urdu passages, and we shall learn how can we translate them into English. Have a nice time till tomorrow. Allah Hafiz.